Hello and welcome to the Final Whistle podcast. We're going a bit more remote today. This is with the good use of Zoom. I'm away on holiday, so I'm connecting with the new background here. I've got Bob here. How are you, Bob?
Hello, yeah, I'm good, thank you. Same as.
Right, we're going to start off today with talk about all things Premier League. We'll start off with Man United. They've got Atletico Madrid tonight.
I
As we
believe
are
they're losing at the
recording.
minute.
Aren't they? That's good.
Yeah.
There have been rumours recently about some poor dressing
I'll
room
give it a check.
atmosphere.
Uh-huh.
Many say it's Ronaldo leaking it all, but Fred also came out today, which I thought was a bit brave, basically saying he didn't really understand or like the interim manager situation of playing under a manager that's not going to be there for much longer.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the current situation with it all? Do you think it is
I don't know, it's kind of
Ronaldo,
weird
or it's a bit
situation.
weird, isn't it?
I definitely don't think it's anything to do with a specific player. I think it's just the overall attitude of the dressing room is probably not as good as it should be. I think adding Ronaldo into there probably hasn't helped like the development of the team. Because obviously you've seen like with Arsenal, Arteta's made like the big calls and stuff in terms of like the player attitudes and all the players that he hasn't got on with hasn't liked that he's been shipped off, and that's quite obvious to see with like the Aubameyang thing as well. So yeah, I think in terms of that, maybe some of them are just frustrated, as you said, Fred with like the interim manager. I don't know what you think, but I don't think Ronaldo would be that much of an issue. I mean, do you think he would make that much of an issue?
I don't know. It's interesting because obviously he's a big influence, but all the reports, people saying, "Oh, it's got to be Ronaldo leaking things because maybe he's not happy." But I personally don't think it would be Ronaldo because I think he's too professional to do that.
Mm-hmm. Why would he risk his career just to do like right at the end, just do something stupid like that?
Yeah, I'm trying to think who it could be though, because
what are they supposedly leaking?
Just the change, basically that the changing room's not happy with Ranić and that they don't really want him and blah blah blah. Basically,
can't we just see that from the performances and the attitude of the team rather than someone leaking it from the dressing room? It looks pretty clear to see that they're not happy.
It's just a bit strange. Like there are certain players in there that you might think, all right, maybe it could be them, but
yeah.
Also the fact that they've been playing like shit level like this for the last few years anyway.
Yeah, so, maybe it's Van der Beek. He's just secretly like just spreading shit about the team.
Maybe it's like there was a thing some Man United fans saying recently. Obviously, like Harry Maguire is I saw a TikTok the other day and it was there's that girl who's like, how a blind girl plays football, and it was just a video of Harry Maguire. Like a lot of Man United fans saying they just want him sold.
Yeah, I think
I was thinking in that situation, who comes in and buys Harry Maguire?
I think he's still a Premier League quality player, but you're not getting anywhere near what they spent on Harry Maguire in a fee. I think you get maybe 20 mil, and that seems generous for a player. Like if you went solely based off of form, no one's paying 20 mil for Maguire, are they, right now? But I think just because of the name and it's Man United, and because he sold for 80 million before, I think he would sell for like 20 mil. But I mean, even that's bad.
Yeah. I thought like Everton could be a place that you could go. I mean, they're kind of useless, but themselves, like West Ham won't want him. No. I can say that and he'll probably move to West Ham.
He just seems mistake prone, and nobody wants a mistake prone centre back. Like it's just not going to work.
Yeah, I don't understand. At the Euros, he was generally quite good. But
I think that's kind of like, I don't know. He didn't have much of a test though, did he? Really? Like, no. I don't think we relied on our centre backs too much. I think our midfield at the Euros was really good, and it took a lot of the pressure off them. And like Luke Shaw and Kyle Walker were very good as well.
It's just thinking, you've been at Leicester, they won't want you back, probably.
No, yeah.
And you're at Man United. Where else do you go if they don't want you? Because everyone knows how crap he is.
Yeah.
But then I guess it's a bit like Phil Jones being loaned out to places over time. Mm-hmm. Maybe someone will want him. For when it comes to the Ronaldo thing, a lot of people are saying, was the move worth it? Obviously, there was a lot of things that Ollie didn't actually want him, but got told that he was coming to the club. Obviously, cost basically Ollie his job, you could say, because they were doing all right under him. Got second place before he arrived, disrupted the plans, or considering the plans were to have an alleged beater up top. But seems to be caused a squad disruption.
Yeah.
So do you think that the move was really worth it for United? Obviously, they sold a few shirts.
I didn't think about that before because obviously the plan for Ole was like put Sancho on the right, Rashford on the left, Bruno in the middle, and then have he who shall not be named up front. So like originally it was thought that the Ronaldo thing was a bad thing, but now it might have like accidentally turned out to be a saving grace because obviously he's not going to be playing for Man United for the foreseeable future, probably for the rest of his ever.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They have a lot of weird. United squad is so weird. It's so stacked. Like they've got Cavani just like around, not really doing anything, which feels weird. So I don't know if Ronaldo is the problem. I mean, he's got the same amount of goals as Smith Rowe, so I'm I didn't want to have to say that, but like maybe they should have not got him. It definitely did cost Ole his job though.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where obviously Ronaldo's now supposedly looking for a move in the summer, and it's like. Okay, so he came in and scored a few tap-ins. He hasn't really done much else.
It was a commercial signing, wasn't it? It wasn't ever going to be that.
Yeah, he's just a bit of a meh now.
It just shows how the Glazers run the club, doesn't it? Like that's all they really care about, the social media and stuff.
Do you think Ralph Rangnick's doing a good job? They're in 4th place, all right at the moment.
No,
compared to where they were with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah, I don't know. There's been marginal improvement, but it's still definitely not good enough. Like I was ready to absolutely piss myself after Miles just said that United scored and they made it 2-1. I rushed downstairs to look at it and I'm just stood there as they equalised within like 30 seconds. Like that's only something that Man United could do at the minute. And it's just like they look good and bad, but like it's so strange. I think they're better than they were under Ole when he was at his lowest point. But I think at their peak, Rangnick and Ole's Man United, Ole was definitely better than Rangnick. But I think we could just see that he's not this mastermind football guru that everyone was making him out to be. Like maybe he is just the director of football or whatever that is. I don't know.
Or he is, and Man United are just really, really shit.
Yeah, maybe that's also true. I'm not going to rule that out. Like that could be there. But yeah, I'm not sure. It's a really difficultly strange situation they have there.
It just kind of shows throughout the time at United how stupid the decisions have been, because arguably Jose Mourinho, they shouldn't have sacked him because they were doing really well under him and actually won some stuff.
Yeah.
And in all the conferences about him falling out with the players, you look at the past press conferences now, everything he's said about that squad has been correct. About Pogba being a lazy guy, and Luke Shaw's like gone against that. He did really well the Euros. Good left back.
Not been great this season though, to be fair.
But just everything Mourinho said when he was there was true. He still managed to get the best out of certain players and managed to win them a European trophy at least. And now they're just trying to at least get Champions League football while they lose to Atletico Madrid. As it is, another team that are doing below par this season is Leicester. They lost again to Wolves at the weekend, which I watched. It was actually a very good game. Wolves are a good team. Adds to recent losses such as 4-1 to Nottingham Forest. I had to get that in there. They also lost to Liverpool and drew against West Ham. The board say they still have faith in Brendan Rodgers, but do you think his time is over at the club? Because he's
Brendan Rodgers is a bottle merchant, isn't he?
After that sentence, it says bit of a bottler ...
Yeah.
So that kind of summarises his time at Leicester, apart from the FA Cup.
It's been a ride, because obviously our expectations for Leicester are so high now. Like it feels like they've suddenly just come on this. I mean, it doesn't feel like it. It's true. They've come on this comeuppance since they won the league, and they've solidified themselves as like a definite top 10 team in the Premier League. There's no doubt about that. But they've been so close to getting the Champions League. I think it was on the last 2 seasons, and then they've lost it in like the last, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 games. So yeah, it is a shame for them. But yeah, I don't know. They have a lot of young, like their team is very good. They got Tielemans. Unfortunately, I think he's not going to stay. He's definitely rejected contract proposal, I think. Harvey Barnes, Maddison, Vardy's on the end. So maybe, I don't know, maybe Leicester were just doing overachieving with the players they had at the time. And maybe, I think it definitely would be in the next 2 seasons, we'd definitely see Rodgers go. I think they would make that change.
Obviously, they've also got Ademola Lookman can be quite good in his day. Patson Daka, great chance.
Yeah, true.
But also, if you look at it, they've been in bad form recently, but they're missing Vardy, Evans, Fofana. They got Ryan Bertrand. Like, this could just be down to them missing key players, couldn't it?
Yeah, this is true.
And
that is true.
Yeah, they're missing some key players. Basically, Vardy is the one that can get Leicester some goals and to win things for them.
Yeah.
But they just seemed like dreadful. I think is the word to describe it. Against Wolves, they really weren't very good at all.
No, I didn't see that game. I just saw the Podence goal.
It was quite interesting. Seemed to be recently Schmeichel is very good at letting goals in, then immediately puts his hand up just in case offside might have happened, or to yell at his defenders. Like, obviously he's a really good goalkeeper, but I've just noticed that recently he always tries and blames it when he lets a really bad goal in.
I noticed.
That there was one of the Wolves goals was a bit dodgy at the weekend. Like, it just wasn't very good quality, and it went in, and he immediately was putting his hand up for the liner when it wasn't offside at all. But they just seem to be a bit down. Whereas Wolves, not too far off Arsenal, 2 points behind. They've also got games in hand. Do you think they can push for you?
They have games in hand.
Yeah, they're on 24 games played, so they've got 1 or 2 in hand now, and you're on 23 games. So that
means we have games in hand.
Yeah, so you've got you've played 23 and everyone else has played like 25 or 6.
Oh yeah, so we've played 1 less than them, and we have 2 more points, so we could make it 5-point gap.
Yeah,
that is good for them.
You can push up into the top 4, and then maybe you could be potentially pushing for 5th place. Do you think we could see a Wolves side in the Europa League next year?
Yeah, definitely. If they keep their form up for the next, 15-ish, 14 games, I think they'd be disappointed if they don't make it. Hopefully they don't do a Leicester and bottle it and slowly tail off. It'll be a bit against us tomorrow. It'll be a big decider as to whether they are going to, I don't know, make a definite charge. Because if we get that 5-point gap in between them, that'll make it more, won't it? Because we'll have still played 1 less than them, but we'll have 6 more points. So yeah, that could be big. If they beat us, it's this game, I think. But if we win that game, it'll be very big. So we'll have to just see how it pans out. I don't know what their fixtures are like. Do you know who they've got left to play?
I'm not sure. I can get it up there, but it was really interesting. It's like I haven't really heard much about them this season. They hadn't been in any headlines or anything about games. But Bruno Lage has done a really good job. So they've got Arsenal tomorrow. They've got West Ham, Crystal Palace, Watford, Everton, Leeds, Villa, Newcastle. They've got Burnley coming up, Brighton coming up. So they've got Norwich coming up. So got a lot of winnable games, but they've also got some bigger ones in there as well.
Yeah, it's fairly mixed, I'd say that is, yeah.
Definitely a lot of points are being picked up. But I was like watching them, and Bruno Lage has done a really good job, I think. Everyone thought, Nuno's gone, Wolves are going to collapse a bit, but he's done really well. Podence is a ridiculous player. I'm surprised he hasn't been picked off by someone else.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He was amazing at the weekend. And Jose Sarr, the goalkeeper at Wolves, he's got some of the top stats in Europe as well at the moment.
They've got a very good. They often don't either score or concede more than 1 goal. I think they very often just win 1-0, or if they do end up losing, they lose 1-0. They're quite balanced.
Yeah, I mean, there was Ruben Neves in the middle, is reliable as always. They just seem a really, really good side recently. They're in a good run of form at the moment. Obviously, that can change. Let's talk about Arsenal then.
Nice.
Equal points with West Ham, who are 5th, 4 points off United in 4th. Are you confident about getting top 4?
Just 15 cup finals to go, and we'll be in top 4. No, I mean, I can never say as an Arsenal fan I'm confident. I'm not going to lie to you, because you never know what will happen. You never know. But we're sitting in a good position. 4 points off United, same as the West Ham, with 3 less games played than them. Obviously, we can't be like games in hand FC, because they were Manchester United with that at a certain point. So I think we'll just have to see how it goes. If we just drill down, hopefully we don't suffer too much with the lack of a striker, because Lacazette is just... I think we start needing to play Pepe, to be honest. I think he'd be a good introduction. Get a bit of flair in the team. Yeah, I think if we try and continue the form and just play it, not safe, but just be sensible, we should be able to get it. Because if we don't get top 4 this season, I think there'll be big question marks about like what is the plan going forward. Because I don't see where we would go if we don't make Champions League this year. Because like, how many more excuses can they make? He's been here long enough now, and I think we were out of the Europa. We're not in any European competitions. We're out of the FA Cup. We're out of the Euro. What's it called? The Carabao Cup. I think we have to go for it. Otherwise, it's done. It's done out here.
Well, it's recently in the last few days, Arteta has denied it, but there's rumours that he's been in talks to extend his contract, make him one of the like 5th or something like that most paid manager in the Premier League. It's been strange with him because, I mean, continuing in Arsenal's like title as joke of the Premier League over recent seasons, when he took over, and you guys were dreadful, and were for quite a while under him, and you've actually done quite well. And everyone was kind of like, "Oh, look, they've got Arteta, trust the process." And then you've actually kind of done quite well out of it. And it's a bit strange. Would you want to see Arteta extend the contract? Obviously, you said about seeing what happens this season, but
I don't know. When you look at it, the more time he's been given, the more positive signs we're starting to see about what his reign has come to. Obviously, like, he's been excellent with the young players. I think his recruitment overall has been good. If we ignore the obvious errors like Willian, maybe Pablo Mari and players like that. You know, Partey, great signing. Odegaard, fantastic signing for like 27 million. Gabriel, potential to be one of the best centre backs in the world. If he lives up to his potential, he could be one in a few years. And 27 million? Arguably one of the better defenders in the league right now. And who else do we have? Obviously, Saka and Smith Rowe aren't signings, but like they've really been key in, you know, doing what we're doing here. So I think all the signs he's shown so far are positive. We just need to see if he gets to that Champions League spot. I think he should be given a new contract and just see where he takes us from there. Because there can't much go wrong from that point. Yeah,
he's good for you guys at the moment. Because I can't see anyone else better coming in, really.
No, I can't think of anyone else.
There's no one really out there.
No.
If you don't get top 4 this season, there's been rumours recently that Liverpool are interested in Saka. If you don't get top 4 this season, do you think that Saka might be looking at potential destinations? Do you think
there's no way? There's absolutely no way. I mean, I've even seen reports from Fabrizio Romano this morning, like Saka's totally happy with the club are totally happy with him. There's no indication that he'd ever be sold in the near future. So, like, I don't know. That seems like a 0.001% chance that he would ever go. I don't want to jinx it, but I don't see why he would leave.
We've got this video recorded of you saying there's no way he's ever going to leave. So might have to be a replay of that at some point.
What do you think he'll go?
I mean, I don't think it's necessary. The rumours of him to Liverpool, if he went to Liverpool, that would be such a stupid move for him. I mean,
well, I don't know why.
I don't think he would really fit with them. If he was going to go anywhere, I think he should go to Man City. He's more likely to play there. And they're stockpiling everyone, so why not just take him as well?
You think he'd get time at Man City? I don't think he would play.
I reckon he would, because Sterling's going to be off in not too soon.
Yeah, I guess Riyad Mahrez and Bernardo Silva are the right-sided players.
Yeah, they're all aging a bit, so give it a few seasons. Saka's going to be at City.
Can't have another one gone. Fabregas, Nasri, Van Persie. It can't happen again.
It depends though. If you get Champions League or I don't know, Europa League, even, he might be like, "Oh yes, I want to play for Arsenal still and be a good little boy and stay there." But it's not. It's all very dependent on that. If we look at the lower end of the Premier League, I'm just getting the table off my phone. Newcastle have done a bit of a good escape out of the bottom 3, but they're still being chased by Burnley. Do you think Eddie Howe's got enough now with that team that they'll survive?
I don't know. Where are they at the minute? How many points are they on?
They're 17th and 2 points above the relegation zone. Burnley have got one game in hand above them, but they've also got more games to play around that as well. So
I see. Yeah,
and they're not fully safe yet. But then again, Everton are also 2 points away from the relegation zone. I don't see them going down, but
no, I mean, he's done the best he can. he's had two fantastic signings in Cornet and obviously Wakehorst. Seems to be pretty good. He's just come in and he's scoring a few goals, getting assists and stuff. That's a great signing. I think as a replacement for Chris Wood that quickly, that was very good. So yeah, I mean, I think now that they have a bit of run of form going, obviously they were like really behind in games. I think they had like 5 less games played than everyone else at one point. So yeah, I think if they just keep going with their form and hopefully their good players don't get injured, I think they should be okay. If I was to make a guess about who's going to go down, I mean, I think Watford and Norwich are pretty much guaranteed at this point. So, Burnley could still go down. They could. I'm going to put my money on Everton going down. I think it could happen.
I don't know.
If you look at form, like they're still rubbish. Everton, they're really bad. I don't think Brentford will go down, even though that's also possible.
I think Leeds could go.
Yeah,
they're not great. They're really not.
You think Leeds could go? Yeah, that's true. Actually,
I think so. Point. I think it's supposedly likely that Bielsa is going to be leaving in the summer. I think there's been some falling outs behind the scenes about how much he's going to be financially backed by the owners and everything. I could see them coming down. Obviously, they're only 3 points away, and all the teams below them have got games in hand. So, I just don't see. I don't see Everton in the Championship. I think they're too big for that.
Harry, do you want to know the scores right now on the doors?
Hit me.
Liverpool, 64th minute, Liverpool 3, Leeds 0. Salah 2 goals and an assist. He's just ridiculous. That. Watford 1, Crystal Palace 2 in the 77th. And in the 80th minute, Tottenham are losing 1-0 to Burnley.
That is embarrassing.
Who scored? Ben Mee. No way.
The most Burnley player ever has scored.
That's great. Come on, Burnley. What's their nickname? Up the
Clarets.
Yeah, the Clarets. Up the Clarets. The Spuds are terrible, aren't they? Why'd they have to beat Man City and then lose to Burnley? Why?
I know. I wanted City to win it, but now the title race is a bit more interesting.
That's one only good thing about that game, because now Tottenham they can add the "We beat City twice" in the season to their trophy cabinet, can't they?
I saw a thing earlier on Twitter, and it was some Liverpool fan being like, "Oh, in a week's time, we'll be adding this trophy to our cabinet." It was a picture of the Carabao Cup, and someone replied to it saying, "Well, I thought this was like a tin pot trophy when City won it a few years ago." There was just no reply from this Twitter account. But who cares? This title race is going to be interesting, because I think City had a really big lead at one point, and
it's shortened
a lot.
I don't know who's going to win. I'll put my money on City winning, because that's the safest bet ever. But I would like to see it go to the end. That would be fun.
Do you remember? So at the start of the season, we both said Man United.
Man United, yeah.
Weeks, or if not a month ago, we said Chelsea. And changed it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Chelsea we said.
Nah, we can't have said that.
Chelsea were doing really well, and we said, oh, maybe Chelsea will do it. Now neither of them look like they're going to win it at all.
No, Chelsea...
It's just worth us not making any predictions this time.
No. Scrap everything I said in this video, apart from Watford and Norwich are going down, because they're definitely going down.
If we say something like Tottenham are going to win their next 10 games or something, then maybe they'll drop down even further.
Can I say something really controversial? Like, can I be like, Smith Rowe will end the season with more goals than Cristiano Ronaldo? Put it on the Instagram.
Let's have a look at if they're on the same at the moment, who knows?
Yeah,
what we need is we need one of the Wolves players to now just go an absolute crunch Smith Rowe, and he's out for the next 6 months or something, and Ronaldo scores one more goal.
I'd actually cry if he was out for 6 months. I don't know what I'd do with myself.
That would just really put you in the mud.
It would.
I'm just looking at the goals and assists thing, like, considering how bad Watford are and where they are. Dennis is
popping off.
Going fourth.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of assists as well. I think he's got like 6 assists.
Tim Pot, Sadio Mane. So Jamie Vardy's been injured for so long and has still got the same amount of goals as Sadio Mane.
Has he got 9 goals?
Yeah. Oh, Mane's a dumb player, man. Honestly.
Do you think so? Emmanuel Dennis, 9 goals and 5 assists. That is underrated. Good season.
I mean, Mane's good. He's a good player, but I think Liverpool could do better now.
He's past his prime, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Look at it.
The man needs to come up with his own celebrations as well, because
he's
just a celebration steal.
He's only 29 though, to be fair.
Is he? I thought he's like 31 or something.
No, he's 20. I think Salah, Mane, and Firmino are all the same age as well, so they're all 29. Salah is just ridiculous.
Cannot wait until Liverpool lose all of them. It's going to be so interesting.
Salah is going to be there a long time though.
Yeah,
at least 3 more years, I would say, if he gets his contract.
Yeah, it depends. I was going to say it depends how much money Liverpool are willing to pay, because you would think that you would pay whatever you could to keep him at the moment because he's in prime territory, but you need to be careful about how long you're giving him, because if you then go and give him extra long contract and he goes, well, I'm done now, I'm going to retire at Liverpool, just drops off a bit. But I don't think he's that type of player. So
yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he's that type of player. It's funny you said about Harry Maguire as well. He's lost a header to João Felix for their goal. 5'9" João Felix scored over, what's the Harry Maguire, like 6'4", something like that?
Probably. He's ridiculously tall. Harry Maguire's a joke.
Slabhead.
Tell you what, Man United, obviously, Harry Maguire seems to do quite well under Mr. Southgate. I wonder whether, you never know, Gareth into Man United. I really hope it doesn't happen, because I'd like to keep him at England. But that could be quite a nice fit for them.
Gareth Southgate signs for Man United. You've got Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire playing, and suddenly Manchester United on the verge of signing Mason Mount. Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice in the midfield with Raheem Sterling up front.
I completely forgot that the World Cup's this year. It's in winter, so it's going to be dead.
You're all going to be singing Saka and Emil Smith Rowe when they're starting in the final.
Not a chance. We're going to need to see Saka redeem himself first, and score a penalty in like our opening game or something.
Well, let's not forget about what's his face, Rashford and Sancho as well.
Yeah, but you didn't say I was going to be singing their names, so
yeah, because they're not getting to the thing. Let's get that
potentially. Well, there's one man who's definitely not getting on the team, and his name is Mason.
He's not. I wouldn't beat that. We're going to get demonetized.
I'll just cut out his name from that. Anyway, thank you everybody for listening. Hope you've enjoyed this remote version, even though we do it over Zoom anyway, every single time.
We will have to do an in real life version soon.
We do.
I'm happy to do that.
We've pitched an idea in our Final Whistle group chat that, as Adam can sadly not make most evenings because he is working, that we just turn up to his Nando's with microphones.
We'll do commentary.
Follow him round all night. And we could do it as a live stream. That'd be quite a good idea.
Yeah, we could do a live stream and sit at the table and eat food and talk about football or something. We'll just keep ordering drinks to the table and get him to bring them. Oh,
sorry, Adam, we'd like another bowl of bread or something. Just eat every time. Just drag him along and keep him there. But anyway, if you've enjoyed this, make sure if you're watching on YouTube to like the video and subscribe. And if you're on Apple or Spotify, make sure to follow us on there. Share it about. Thank you everybody for listening. That was the Final Whistle.